Good morning, everybody, and this is your S&P 500 day trade setups for today. So what do we make of this? We have a inside bar on the 8 hour off a level of 38.70. Just make sure you know where I'm getting that from. So as I said yesterday, there was a level there, and then we had this little cluster here, which was the next logical level, and that's exactly where we tagged. So back to the 8 hour. For all intents and purposes, trend is still down. No reason to be worrying about a big reversal in the market just yet. At the same time, this is an inside bar and a breakaway. So you can see where the weekly high is. The weekly high is just above this level of 40.63. There's our weekly open. There's our weekly high. Let's just get it off the bar. So the weekly open is 4086 and the weekly high is 4099. Let's just call it 4100. So if we get back above that that is going to give us a massive weekly pin bar. And a massive weekly pin bar off an area of support. Obviously the next step would be we'd look for another weekly bar above that. To give us some confirmation that we have a potential reversal. But at the moment, that's not what we need to be paying attention to. So trend is down. We're looking for opportunities to short. So we're back into this consolidation area that we had earlier in the week. You can see we came back, tested it. So it was big up, big down, big up. Well, let's start here. Big down, big up, big down, big up. So back in this area, trend is still down. Shouldn't be looking for longs at the moment, but the way things are going, something's happened that we're not really aware of. It's happened after hours as well, so could be anything. And I haven't looked at any noise just yet, so not sure what's driving this right now. But could be sort of an attempt to break through here, or could be an exhaustion bar, and then we'd reverse here, come back down, close a gap, or even worse, come further down. So we are above yesterday's high at the moment, and that is an indication that you're more than likely going to see a rally today, or you're going to see a green bar today. So at the moment, if that holds, and that is 39.63 area, if that holds, then you have an opportunity to move towards any one of these inside tails, and I would argue that there is probably the most logical spot at the moment. So that's at 4,000. So if we get to 4,000, we reject 4,000. I would expect some kind of rejection there for an opportunity to come down and close this gap. If we get through 4,000 and come back and find some support here and start moving towards the next level, which is also possible in one day, just based on what's been going on this week, then we're starting to head towards a weekly pin bar territory. But at the same time, what we're also doing is starting to break through some structure to the upside, and just it gives you an indication that the bulls may very well be trying to take control of this. So for me at the moment, kind of cautious. I don't really want to be jumping in long just yet. But if you look at the structure that is forming at the moment, it is logical to think that you need to start looking at that as an option for today. So on the 15-minute, you can see flirting with the level. We've broken through it after hours, obviously. So we want to see what happens to the European Open. If we get a pullback, I'd prefer to close a gap and then build off there. But if we don't do that, then you're going to have a breakaway gap today. And a breakaway gap on the daily would be fairly bullish. So that's kind of my view at the moment. Still very, very cautious. Not really interested in getting in long. Definitely not at the moment with the trend being down like this. But this is the most logical area for an attempt, well, for a short. I'm not prepared to risk 500 points though. So I'd want to see a bit of structure on this level. And that structure needs to give me the opportunity of having at least, at most, 150 point stop loss. If we can have that, then I would take the break of that structure to the downside, looking for the gap close. If I can't get 150 point structure, and it's going to have to be proper structure. So either a pin bar, engulfing bar, or inside bar, and it's going to have to be off the level, not roughly in the middle of the level or slightly above or something like that. It's going to have to be absolutely picture perfect. Oscillators will have to be lined up. Everything's going to have to be absolutely perfect before I even think about taking another short. And the only reason what's driving that is this close. Going into the close yesterday of how the buyers stepped in here. It doesn't really make sense that it's people that were actually taking profit from the shorts yesterday, because look at the structure, or even the previous 2 days, because this is all algorithms trading. So this here, this is the first one, and then algorithms drove it down again, and this is the second one, and this one is held. So this was the first entry, and then you got them coming back in here and buying on this one as well. So something's brewing, something's really brewing. Depends what's brewing, but anyway, I'm cautious. I really cautious on chasing shorts at the moment, but I'm also cautious of going long, because I want to see more structure on the hour before going long. So in other words, I am still very much of a sit on hands person today, which I have been for the whole week. Anyway, that kind of my confused outlook today. There's something brewing, and we just need to wait for confirmation to see whether it is just sort of a mini pullback onto structure to allow us to get a few longs, and then a much better short entry higher up and not in the area that we're here. Or it's, so it's either a retest of 4,000 and rejection of it, or it's a reclaiming of 4,000 and finding some support there. That's pretty much what it boils down to. Okay, anyway, that's it for me. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you on Monday morning. Enjoy your weekend. Cheers for now.